Hello everyone and welcome back to Crown Falls as we're looking at our monuments, at least monuments in construction. The World Fair has finished its second phase that we can see here, so the superstructure is finished with that and we can level this up. Okay, my harbor is under attack, stuff like that. I do have to check right away if there's a bigger attack coming in. It's a smaller warship right here from, or actually it's one heavy warship there from Princess Ching. Should be no problem there for my ships. Now let's just go back there, and here we can now start with the next phase that we want to have, the World's Fair superstructure. And with that, reinforced concrete, we have everything in store really. Reinforced concrete we are producing anyway, right? We don't have most of it, but we have those productions up and running. That is fine for now. The Town Hall Monument is at phase 3, still with the filaments stuck a bit. So not really that much I can do about it, because I'm certainly not going to ramp up my filaments production just for the monument, since after this, you know, the demand is going down anyway. But we do have a few additional building materials in, so let's actually build 2 more for the light bulb factories primarily, right? We have the coal for it that I can use, so we have plenty of coal. And this boost is still not really working. I'm not going to force it. And there's coal coming in from Crown Falls and coal coming in from the island itself. There's still a coal deposit over here that we haven't used yet. We do have the materials for that. Let's use it as well. And off you go. Another coal mine that is being used now. And more coal for our filament factories. This single one here actually should supply enough that we've just upgraded, right? So no problem there. Alright, while this is on the way, let's just check a few upgrades that we could do. So I would like to continue with a few more buildings up here in the north of my town. We still have lots of workers here that I can upgrade. At the same time though, as usual, we do need to upgrade more farmers in return if I want to do that. Otherwise, we are going to lose a lot of productivity for our factories, and that I certainly cannot allow. Meanwhile, another clipper, Star Shadow, has arrived from Eli, and he's got some 4 interesting items for us that we can use. The Illustrious Gemologist, and this one here affects jewelers. Instead of gold, they process gold ore. That is going to be very important for us, since gold ore is so easy to get. Gold and gold bars in this case here are really difficult though. A cab assembly line, this is an epic item. Epic indeed for the name, but also epic for what it does. Instead of steam motors, my cab assembly lines do process filaments. Very important, and they have the extra good of light bulbs being produced. Very, very good, because steam motors are valuable and hard to produce. Filaments are cheap and easy. The Taxman Tim, another very cool. This one has an important effect. Harbor activity, 25% chance that every time a trade happens, there's a chance to gain 5 tons of weapons or advanced weapons. Another one that I like, because with this we probably can get rid of advanced weapons production altogether. And then the Brewmaster build provides electricity to my breweries. Another very cool building. Now, Star Shadow, you're going back to Eli right away, because there's still some juicy items over there that I would like to use. Now, for the trade, we can go ahead right away and get us the Harbor Master building, right? So I would like to get this one a bit... Actually, we should have this one where the trade happens. So somewhere over here, right? There is already the connection for it. And this one now allows us to use items for the docklands, and we can now use Taxman Tim on that. And Taxman Tim is going to provide us now with lots of advanced weapons, and I can't wait to check this out once we have waited quite a few minutes there, or hours even. But I'm not in no hurry for this one here. Alrighty, so far so good. So Crown Falls as it is. Let's get back to the Arctic, where I really want to make some progress in order to get my special items. First of all, we got a resident quest. I miss bread. Pemmican is convenient, but hey, I know we could make some tunbrot. I've read about it. Oh god, I don't have bread here, and bread should be... Oh, she wants flour. That is even harder. Random reward. We might skip it altogether. Now, let's continue with the next thingies that we need. My explorers, under attack in all their glory, have now the pemmican in. They would like some sleeping bags to keep them warm. And oil lamps has not been unlocked yet. So 100 more explorers that we need for that. Well, I do need another heater that can work for us. So let's just go ahead. And I'm probably going to add more buildings than here. So I'm probably going to continue Alright, here another expansion. We should be able to squeeze in a heater just fine. Or like this, and we can then actually afford a few more houses. But I would rather, yes, I guess do it like that. And then we can still have another house there. Perfect. And then more blocks here. Oh. Yes, she wants that island. She wants to keep it. I say no to that. And this, by the way, reminds me of the more important shares that I'm purchasing there. So this island now is in total control of us. Hard on fold. And we could take it over, right? So Bente's attack, of course, has not gone unnoticed. And I have forgotten. And this island is not so bad. It actually has a bit of copper there, some coal, some iron, some fur abundance, but above all, space. A lot of space for another city. Or even more productions that we can then add. Perfect. Right. And of course, money and influence wise, this is not a big deal. Let's continue with my city. Unfortunately, I do need a warehouse for the heater, right? Because the heater needs to get its coal from somewhere. And it can only do that with a warehouse close by where it can get the coal. So off you go, little Santa Claus Jr. Get me the coal that I want. And then we can continue with a few more houses here. Let's make this high density. Just for the heck of it. This will not work. We could make it like that. That is pretty stupid. So we're not doing like that, but rather like this. Very good. And let's actually build all of them. 74 tons of timber. There you go. And what I still... Do I still have timber? I don't, unfortunately. So we need to wait for the timber to come in.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
And also Star Shadow has returned at Eli. Do we have an interesting item that we could use? Provides the beer. Nope. Fishery and pearl farms produce extra tallow. Might also be nice to have, but not really important. I guess that's going to be it for now. Okay, there's still the canteen that we should add as well to Cape Storm for this whole district there. By the way, there would be some more space here for a few more houses there indeed. Now, let's just go ahead. We have unlocked the oil lamp. The oil lamp, needs brass. We already have the whaling station, but brass is something. Well, we do have a route that is already working this way here. And I think this is too much schnapps anyway. We have lots of schnapps and we can't really get us that much anyway. So let's just go with brass here instead of one of the schnapps. This should be fine. We don't have that much brass in Crown Falls though, so this might be harder than it looks right now. Well. Meanwhile, Bente is once again attacking my oil harbor with another one of her battleships. She's got a few of them out again. Now, how should we take revenge on her? I know of something. Of this island. We have all the shares. We have the ability now to take over 2.4 million. That's peanuts for us, and we could significantly weaken her in this world here, also removing all of these very heavy cannons that she's got in the harbor area. Let's go ahead and do this. I just want to check how much military force she would lose. She's at 690. She's still growing. It's insane. I have no real chance there of catching up to her. We took it over. There it is. Let's just check it once again. Did she lose anything? Yeah, she got down there by around 80 points, I think. Not that much still. Now with that, very good. We got some items as well. The botanical garden, some epic items for it. Nothing really else. Lots of flowers, what I can see for the trade union. No, alright, we don't need most of that. Now, of course, this island here, since it was taken over, it is now ready for the taking right away. So I'm going to send all of my heavy warships down there and protect it. Because we are going to build up something there as well. We do have enough building materials and cannons to go ahead there with some cannon force right away. So let's just add, wait a second, some more here, and then also weapons. We have plenty of weapons. Let's get them down here to Hard Unfold as well, together with my heavy warships. The battleship of her is... Where's her battleship? There it is at the moment, rather close to that. My ships are on the way now. Also, these two heavy warships, we still have 160 influence. So I'm going ahead and I'm building more of them.
Cargo stations.
Let's get this one over there. Meanwhile, another thing that I want to do real quick is I want to increase my copper production. We don't have enough copper for all of that brass. So I'm going to need another copper production chain that we're going to have then here. I mean, it's not really a chain, is it? It is a basic production of mines. So let's build both of these mines in this area. We have the materials for it. And there you go, more copper is now being produced. We can also boost it by 50%, perfect. The only thing that comes to mind is now we do need a trader. Now, there is another problem coming up right away. Larsen doesn't have enough building materials really, so we do need to provide. It's expensive, right? As we can see, it is really expensive and we don't have that much. Some steel beams there as well. Let's get this one over. Actually, we don't need the timber, but rather the bricks for it. That is a bit more important. Right, where's the battleship? I'm really a bit scared there of the battleship. There it is. It's coming back again. But my ships are now in the harbor area too. This is also being protected. There is some loot that we might still get. Wait a second. You take this. You take this. And this. Right, that should be done. Some goulash. Who needs goulash, really? More goulash. And a bit more goulash, but that's it. Canned food. Ah, reinforced concrete. That is not so bad. And some some items here for the ships and also some advanced weapons. Let's just unload all of that, really. The advanced weapons might be useful in this case here. Oh boy, that battleship once again. Alright, there's also another ship. She is getting a bit more aggressive again. I think we need to ramp up our ship production even further. There you go. This should be going down. It's a steamship, by the way. I think it was a monitor. And off it goes. Let's send them here too as well. This one is up for trouble. It wants trouble. It wants to do something to us. Let's send my fleet against it. We do have those ships. 6 heavy warships should be fine for that single battleship. It should be fine. And the Walrus, meanwhile, also has more building materials for Distant Forest. That is still under siege. I think she wants to continue with the siege.
Ship under attack.
And I'm going to continue building some more depots here. Yes, there it is. And I think it is... Because the siege is ending in 20 seconds, I think it wants to renew the siege limit there. So I can't rebuild my building, right? You can't do that while the island is under siege. And this is really hurting me a bit there. What are you doing, Bente? Why are you so mean? Problem is, this ship is not only very strong, it is also very fast. And my heavy warships don't have that much chance there really of catching up with it. Yeah, and please continue with the siege. Very smart, actually. Alright, my ships are close by. We're going to make this one a bit tactical this time. Let's use the turnaround mode, right, so that we can fire from both sides very quickly. Quickly destroy this ship, because boy, we need to. And as we can see, it's really melting down there. It still could take this island single-handedly, right? I hate those battleships. They're really, really strong. Stronger for their own good, I think. And it's going down. Perfect. Very expensive to rebuild one of these. And it's going to take her some time again. And that's the end of it. There might be some loot there as well. A blobfish. And we also get an ensign or an ensign, something like that. Perfect. So this one is done. Let's also unload the building materials. And in Hard Unfold, we can now go ahead and get us cracking with cannon towers once more. And I'm definitely up for that. So I'm going to build us a few here. Right, so 4, let's make it 5 actually, so that we really protect this one here quite well. We still have over 100 influence, so we are golden for now.
Under attack.
And I want to keep this island for sure. More attacks on the other side here once more. I'm still keeping that channel here though, right? So I'm still going to protect this area. And you will have no chance really of building something up there. That's the important thing. Now, one more thing that I wanted to do is we do need a trade route still, and that is from one of my cargo ships, the Walrus. Let's make it the Seahorse, and it's going to be on a new trade route, and that's going to be from Distant Forest to Larsen. And this one is getting the copper that we are producing. over to Larsen. And where's my seahorse? There you are. You can't escape my planning. And off it goes, getting the copper over there, because I'm pretty sure in Larsen we are really, really low on copper, right? We are actually capped on zinc, but on copper it's looking bad. Now there's a lot of trade routes going in and out now of Larsen. That means I will need an additional pier that can work this area for us. And let's just see where we could add it. I would probably like to move those cannons a bit further away for now. And then we can add another pier to this area there. Right, so 2 ships can dock here at the same time. Western Frontier. Hugo. Why are you doing this to me? Perfect, but that's it, right? So we have now additional pier. Ship should not be waiting. Only 40 tons of brass. That is actually quite a lot with just this tiny turn here, right? Really just that. It needs to be more though than that. So the brass smelteries, let's push them by 50%. Or wait a second, let's not do this. Actually, let's just build a few more. We do have the building materials. I might actually use this one here. That should be fine. And this one here should be fine as well. Minus 28 on my workers. So we will also need to upgrade once more some farmers there to get this workforce back on track. Perfect. In this very, very, very small city that we still have here.
Ship under attack.
Now another thing, this island here, Silkmoth City, has been a thorn in my eyes, or a thorn on my side I should rather say, for quite some time now. And let's just take it real quick. I'm not expecting much resistance there from Princess Junctions. Basically we destroyed a lot of ships in this world here, and I don't think the AI is going to be very dominant in Cape Trouloni anymore. So let's just get rid of that, and there we have it. Boom, another island conquered. Influence wise it doesn't really change that much, and we do get a zoo, some items for the museum then, and for the town hall also another item that we could use, right? And to zinc deposits is not so bad. It's not so bad. We can use this one. Let's get my ships down here to that channel there once more. Actually a bit central here, I guess. That should be fine. Right, so in Cape Trouloni, it should be no problem really anymore. Let's just look to the old world. Here, Bente and Princess Ching are completely dominating, right? So this is their main area where we can't really do that much. Also, Hugo is really strong. You should not mess around with Hugo. He even got the scholars already in all their glory. So the old world is tricky, and I'm not going to touch that for now. The only place where I touch the old world is 2 things. First of all, Eli, he is selling copper and zinc. Now we do need that. How very perfect. Let's get us a new trade route on the way right away from Eli, Wormways Prison, to Cape Trouloni, Larsen. There we have it. And we are purchasing basically all the copper that this nasty fella has. A bit more copper than zinc probably, because we need more than that. And let's use the penguin to on this trade route, another cargo ship. He's just purchasing those things, and it's really cheap stuff, right? So it will not affect us at all balance wise, and it's a bit of copper and zinc in addition. We can also check up what we need here once more for productions, some epic items that we could use. The soap factory, negative attractiveness minus 100%, and instead of tallow the building processes wood. This is really cool. Not so much for the processing, because let's face it, tallow is really easy actually to produce, but wood, but the negative attractiveness, so the soap factories are not causing any negative attractiveness anymore. That is really cool. I think that's it though for now, and we shouldn't waste our time with any more things that we have on Eli. What I can do, oh, there might be something. Champagne cellar, rum distillery, 40% increase. This is not so bad. Let's also take this item here. That's pretty good for the new world. Let's push the ship back to Crown Falls. Off you go, my little clipper that has been serving us for quite some time now, Star Shadow. Alrighty, and another cool thing is the World Fair superstructure has been finished, phase 3, and we can finish this phase. Boom. And yeah, I think it is the last phase. it might be the last phase now. We do need wood veneer, steam motors and windows, and we have all of that available beside 1500 artisans and 30 minutes of our time. And with the World's Fair superstructure almost complete, careful work has begun on distinctive glass and steel canopy that will make this grand exhibition hall so very unique. Let's start this phase. It's actually not the last phase, I think. Let's still go ahead. Steam motors, do we have that many of them? Yeah, we have 150. Alright, and brass is also going up now a bit again. So here, the trader for the Arctic will now be able to deliver the brass to the Arctic, and with that we can then finally continue over there as well with our next, well, tier 2 explorers, I think it is. Stay tuned.